2 more times here.
It's good, and that's why we want you to do it.
Thank you.
It's disgusting.
All right, fellow Toastmasters, Gina, your speech, let's talk heart to heart. Now, this is a speech you're going to be giving from a large group of people, and you asked me to give you feedback. So I'm going to give feedback a little more critical than normal, but there's going to be a lot of information you can use. Now, I asked you your objectives. The reason I asked you objectives or what you want people to think or do differently is because after 15 minutes, there's probably going to be another speaker, another event, and are they even going to remember you after the 15th minute? And you want them to sign up for workshops. You want them to buy the journals. So I'm going to give you some tips to make that happen. That's what I'm focusing on.
Okay.
When you started, I like how you said, I have a confession. Now, what I would do is when you get up there, that's the first impression you're making. You're going to have your intro. So I would really draw it out and say, everyone, I have a confession to make. And draw that out, suck them in, because when you say confession, that means, ooh, something gossip, something good's coming. So really get them in you. And then I believe you said, I've got the beaver fever, and you put the hat on. Mm-hmm. So that was good. It was kind of funny. So make it serious, like, I've got a confession to make. I've got the beaver fever, and put it on. It'll be kind of funny when you do that, and it'll make people laugh. One thing with the hat, when you put the hat on, I don't know how you're going to have your hair done. Just be careful when you take the hat off. You don't mess your hair up. You didn't do it here, but just be careful because you may be nervous. Okay. You may put it on tight. You may take it off. You may have some hair standing up, and you may not realize it until you get into the speech.
Right.
So something just to be aware of. You went in, you started about talking about the relationship between the mothers and the daughters, and I think it really came across in the speech that you care a lot about that. You're really passionate about it. That's something that really draws people in, is your enthusiasm for it. If you got up there and you didn't really care about it, well, it wouldn't be as interesting. You can talk about something boring, you can talk about statistics, but if you really care about it, you can suck all of us in a little bit. So it was good that you cared about it on that show, and that makes us more interested in what you have. Now, 15 minutes is a long time to hold someone's attention. Is this going to be right after dinner?
It's at noon, and lunch will be being served.
Okay, so this is during lunch. So just keep that in mind. You're competing with hunger. You're competing with one of the strongest urges we have, and there's going to be forks, knives, glasses. There's going to be a lot going on. So just make sure when you're talking, you're projecting, you're loud and you're easy to understand, because if they start zoning off, they're going to have side conversations and you're going to lose people. Now, the main purpose of your speech is to get people to sign up for the workshop and to sell journals. Here's 2 suggestions I have. First one with the journals, and what you should probably do, or what I would do to get people enthusiastic about the journals. If it's a big room, pick a corner of the room far away and make sure the journals you're going to sell at the opposite end. So what I'm going to do is say, I'm giving away 3 journals, and put a little card or something under the heart. Say, if you have this card, you get a journal. Make sure they walk up across the whole stage, get a journal, walk back, so everyone's looking at them with this journal.
You mean they'll walk up to this where I am?
Not where you are. You don't want to pass them out because you have 15 minutes. But say the journals are on this side of the room, then put the free ones to give to this certain person. So they get up, they walk. Everyone's watching them with this journal. Now, it may be, I don't know how well this works. It may be distracting, but everyone's going to know they're getting a journal for free. Give away 1 or 2. So now everyone in that whole room is aware of the journals, and they can see them. And you can say, when you get it, just hold it up and let everyone see it. So that's a way. It may cost you 10 or 15 bucks, but for 400 people who could be interested, you reach them for 30 bucks. That's a pretty good deal. What you could also do is you could say the first mother and daughter who have their heart filled out, and they can tell me how they're going to use it up in my speech, I'll give them a free journal, the first 2 people. So that means you're going to have a mad dash coming up to your booth. These are suggestions. I don't know how well they're going to work.
Very good suggestion.
I don't know how well they're going to work.
Mad dash.
These are in theory, so I don't know how well they're going to work, but you want them excited about it. Next, you have the workshop. I really didn't hear much on the workshop. I just heard, we've got a workshop. I don't think I would be willing to bet if you asked everyone there, did you know she has a workshop? Like, yeah, but I don't really know what it's about or why I should sign up. So if that's the purpose of your speech, you want to make sure you talk a little bit more. I'll give you some tips on how to talk about that, because you want people to sign up for the workshop. And if you can give them something free, that would be great to give people a reason to come to the booth. If there's anything you can give them for free, then tell them about the workshop. Okay, there's a few spots in your speech where you talked about, you had some transitions. You said, now let's move into another activity. Some of those transitions seem kind of choppy. Now I'm going to talk about this. Now let's move into this. I would recommend not doing that. I would just say, all right, this is what we're going to do now. Or just say,